Hey guys, this is RLC's 321 Fantastic Plastic. I'm back again with another model kit build. So it's been such a little while since before I've done one, but it's been quite hectic with work and everything like that. And I've been coming home and it's like, oh no, not really. And it's been pissing down with rain. I didn't fancy walking all the way outside in the rain. But there you go. That's what happens. But anyway, I wanted to go through something about breaking this apart because we're almost ready to do the other stuff, but I don't want to put the body armor on just yet. I want to leave that to the very last thing. So what I want to do is just go through how I would take this apart and what I would do to store it. Okay, and what comes in handy is these bags. I mean, these are the from Avon, but we won't. But these little placky baggies, or you get sandwich bags. They'll be just as good, and you can seal them up nice and tight. You can even get it open. Seal them up nice and tight, and we can write on them. Once I get my writing stick, let's go with a blue. What colours have I got in here? Yeah, we'll go with blue, I think. Yeah, blue. So we're going to go with left leg, front, just so we know that that's obviously the front left leg. So, and I'm also going to show how I break things apart as well. So let's unhook, bugger it, yep, everything's falling apart. There we go. So we can keep that there. So, what? My cat's meowing at me. What? Oh, baby. Hang on, let's just see what she wants. I'll be back in a minute. What's the matter, baby? No? Oh, you meow at me and then you decide to piss off. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Yep, okay, well, there we go. She didn't really want anything to do with me anyway. As you can see, I've changed the camera. I've now got a piece of wood near the window because the window's over on this side here. And when I had the camera over here, it was too bright. Too bright. So as I say, we're just going to take things apart. Some of it should be able to come apart nice and easy, which is just what we want. Oh, piss. Whew, luckily that didn't go to the carpet monster. Even though I've got no carpet, but there's still there'll probably still be a carpet monster in here somewhere. So then what we need to do is unhook this. So we need to pull that off. Come on, Papa, come on. Oh, you come. There you go. Oh, great. Okay. Oh, this is going to be fun. Let's grab my pliers, might have better leverage. There we go. That means I'm going to have to put this back in. And oh, bugger, I can't remember how that goes. Let's have a little look-see. On here. Okay. We'll figure that out later. We'll keep that there anyway, like as is. So like that. Then we've got this bit here. We need to take that off, which is fine. This can stay together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this apart and then glue it, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. Then we've got these bits here. Now we can pull the feeties off because we need to take apart all of this. But first we need to undo this here, and it's usually some of it is really easy just to pull off, and then we have to just this one's a little bit more trickier. So what I'm going to do, I got this, I call this a spludger. I don't know what it is, but it's some kind of tool that you can use for what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word right now. So we pull that off, and then that now comes off. And we're just going to unhook these from in here. And again, you can just get your tool just underneath it, and you should be able to pull them off. Like so. Just like that. There. And again, like here, I want to glue this part together, so I'm going to get my tool, just push it inside, and then I can easily lift things apart. Okay, so that's what needs to be glued. The others can't be glued because obviously they need to be painted and everything first. And again, with the tool, try and find a gap that's already there if possible, and then just give it a little turn, and things should just pop up. Where are you? Where are you joined? Hey. Where are you? There, you join in there. Come on. Or was there something else? Did that go together? No. There's it. It's my cat again, jumping on the thing. Where is it? There. If you're not sure, refer back to his set instructions and they will tell you where things are going. And it should be relatively easy to figure out. Okay. Okay. So oh, tits. Right, where did that go? Where did that go? That went somehow. There's a piece on here that needed to come off. So I'll be back in a minute when I find that part. Okay. Right, okay, I'm back. So this one is proving a little bit trickier than I anticipated. And it's just trying to figure out where it's joined to. Figure out what needs to be pulled up. Something to do with here. That's it. So we've got a piece up the top there that needed to come off, and then these come off like that. Okay, we figured it out. So we need to get these bits off as well, because obviously they're going to be painted painted gold. Like that. Now normally something like this I would leave as is, but because I want to glue it and then paint it, and that's why I'm taking this apart, so we can glue bits together. Oops. Keep it there. Undo that bit, and then should just need to get in here with my tool and undo that there. Thinking about it, that bit goes on there, doesn't it? So we shall do that. Right, so let's get some glue. I'm using Tamiya thin cement here. Get some inside the joints here. I'm hoping with the different camera position you'll be able to see what I'm doing and everything. Now don't glue the or even paint the polycaps. We don't really need them painted. So once that's all on and pressed together, I then get some more of the Tamiya thin and get that going right in those edges. Because what we also need to do is clean up some of these parts. Now you've got to be careful because we don't want to go onto anything that's going to be movable with the glue. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Anywhere that's going to be movable, be careful not to glue that. Okay, so that's one piece there. That's glued. Now I can't glue these yet because obviously we need to still excuse me, put things on. Now this here I want to glue, so let's get some glue inside here. And push that together. I think I might need different glue for this. Don't know if these are ABS or styrene. So I think this will only do styrene. So I have to figure out where my other glue is. Oh dear. Might be in one of these drawers actually. Thinking about it. Right, okay, I'm back. Look at it, tits. Okay. Alright, okay. So this is the glue I was talking about. It glues styrene, butyrate, ABS, acrylic, lucite or plexiglass and perspex. Okay, it's a plastic weld. Very, very strong stuff. Now then, I did bring out some crappy brushes. There we go. For this, so let's see if this is going to be better. Now I did use this to not melt down, glue some use the plastic, use it as to melt down plastic, and this should glue things together nicely. Let's see if that Tamiya glue has done this. Yeah, it has actually, yeah. Okay, that's even better. Because some of these parts are ABS and some are not. And it does evaporate really quickly. Okay, so we can use the Tamiya clear cement for this because that actually works a treat. So we got that done. Let's get back to our instructions because I need to put the leg back together, and that one. I deal with that there. Okay. But as I say, because we're only putting it together in parts, we don't have to put it all together. So like here, this needs to go in here, but before we put this in here, we need to get some sanding done. So I did bring out a sanding stick. Oh, bugger it. Let's move him over there. So I did bring out a sanding stick, and all we're going to do is just go over it. And not too much, because we don't want to get rid of all the detail. Just enough to get rid of any nubs and bumps and visible lines. And you'll be able to tell when you've sanded, because I don't know if we can see here. Let's see if we can. You can see there's a shiny bit. That means that part hasn't been sanded yet, so there's a bit of a lip. So we need to keep sanding till that lip disappears. And then that will make it look all nice and neat. Okay. There we go. So now I just need a finer bit. Just go over it with a finer bit. There's some bits that's not going to be seen, but this outside edge is. Let's get a finer 1000 grit. Alright, I'll be back in a minute.
I'm wearing my new shirt and it fits.
Good.
And I really like it.
Good.
I've also had a bath.
Happy birthday to you. Happy. Fun.
Love you.
Love you. Right, sorry about that, guys. That's just my door. No, okay, so we're just gonna smooth it out with a 1000 grit. There we go. So that's that bit done. Now we need to put this into here. No, wait a minute. There's a couple of nubs here. We can just get rid of those. There's a rougher in there. So get rid of these nubbings, because this is all in preparation for painting, you see. So that will then go into there like that. Okay, so now what we need to do is get some glue into these parts. Oh yeah. Okay, now is this coming up? Yes, it is. I'm using this stuff now because if the Tamiya's thin works, then this stuff will work as well. And as you can see, I'm just putting it in all the places, like especially in the what are these called, where the join goes in. Not the join itself, but the where the little nubs pop into. So then I believe we then get this part and glue this on. And make sure it goes together nice and tight. And what we can do to make sure it is nice and tight until the glue dries, we can get a couple of clips and just get the clips to hold it together. Simple as that. Right, now this part here we need to glue in. We do not need to glue this part in, so I have to just remember that, and that goes that way round, like there. And then we want this part is going to go in, so that just goes up to there. Let me get some glue into that, and obviously make sure we get the glue inside here as well. And if you've glued things in model kits in the past, you pretty much know what I'm doing. So just get some glue into these. And then we piece this together. Okay. Again, I'm going to get a clamp just to make sure things are held in place. Good. And then what else? Let's see what we can see. We can see what we can see. Okay. I'll stop that. I think this part can go back into here. Just gotta remember how it goes this way around. Oh, that was lucky. So that goes this way. So this part can get glued into here. Now don't worry about if any glue goes around the edges, because we can sand that down, and it's actually going to be better if it does go around the edges, because then that will create a nice smooth bond create a nice bond, plus it won't have any seam lines or anything like that. So let's find another clamp and we will clamp this bad boy together. And the clamps are just to help hold things, you know, so it keeps it all nice and secure. So then once we've done that, we need to do this part again over here, and to do that we need that part here, and this part goes onto here. So I'm going to glue that together. Glue onto here. Okay. Hold that together. I think what I will also do is put some glue in here as well, and just around here, just to hold this guy in place. All you have to really worry about is watch where your fingers are going, because you don't want to get finger marks on it or anything like that. Right, so that's there. Then I need this part here. So this, what leg are you? You're the left or the right? I need to make sure of this now, haven't I? Four leg, it's not telling me which bloody one though. Finish the assembly with the right front leg. Right. Okay. So if we, that's the rear. Not really helping me much. Right, okay. So if that's going that away, so yep, okay, I've got it, yep, okay, so this is the right way. So Then this piece will go into here like that. Now again, not gluing this piece into place, not at all. And now we need to put some glue in here. So just put a little bit there, a little bit there along the edges. And let's put a little bit of glue onto this edge here as well, and a little bit in here. There we go. So then we can stick this guy together, and we can transfer this from there to there to help hold everything in place. That should be dry now, so I might grab you there, you there. There we go. Now it's looking like there's places where it's not quite fitting right. Put one there and then put one just here. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to put a line of glue on the edge here. I don't even know if you can see that. Just going to put a line of glue on here. As I say, it's not seeming to bond properly, whereas doing this it should basically force it to bond. So we shall now let that dry, and right, this part has that little thing that goes into it here, which is this. So what I'm going to do is put some glue on here. As I say, there's parts that need gluing and parts that don't. That's why the instructions are really good, because it actually tells you what parts do and don't. So that then gets put in there. Hold that for a little bit. Okay. There's that. And I think that is pretty much it, and all we can do for the front leg. Now this here, I'm going to, this isn't for the front leg, this is actually for the top, so I'm not going to worry about that, that doesn't go in there, but these, all of these are for the front. This part can actually go on, that just fits onto there, like so. The white part for it cannot. But first I've got to clean up this side bit here because it's got a little bit of a nub. Let's say we don't really want nubs. It's alright when we just like test fitting it when we're first doing it. Having a few nubs here and there is fine. But when we're actually going to paint it, we don't want no nubs because it's going to show up like a sore penny. Let's get it. Go in there, go in there, go in there. Okay. So let me just push this on and then just push it down. Now this is not coming apart anymore. Once you glue it, it will come apart. You might be able to get it apart, but then again you might not. So it's always best to make sure you got what you've done and everything's all pretty much ready. So that doesn't need to get glued onto anything. So we've got this part of the foot is now done, have a look, see what well, we've got some nubs that need to be gotten rid of here. And same on this side. There we go, nubs are gone. Now the only other thing I can see with this one is you're going to have a good old seam line just here. So let's give it a good old sand to see if we can get rid of some of that. Let's use the higher grit first. And as I say, you'll know when you've got a nice smooth line is when there's no silver sparkly bit glossy finish, because then you know the two are joined. Here, here's a perfect example. I don't know if you can see where you got the shiny bit there. Once that's all gone, then you know you're good. So I'll just keep on doing that and show you again. And then you can see that shiny bit is now gone. And I'm only worrying about bits where it's going to show. Anything that's not going to be seen doesn't really matter. I mean, this is the if you want to make your model kits look good, this is the things you're going to have to do. You're going to have to sand. You're going to have to make it look as nice and neat as you possibly can. There's a bit of glue stain there, so let's get rid of that. There we go. So now that, once painted, you aren't even going to notice that anything's different. Let's have a look at here. So down here we want to sand that off. Seam there. Okay, I'm not too worried about under here because I don't think that's going to be seen too much. So I'm going to give it a little go anyway. As you can see, this is pretty much what I do to my kits. Oh, itchy nose. Oh dear, excuse me. And I'm using a foamy stick. I don't even know what grit it is I'm using, but I just go, once I've done this, I just go over it a little bit with 1000 and then it's golden. So like here we go, I've got 1000 grit here. I'll then just go over this with that. And that'll just smooth out anything that I've done to it. There we go. Oops. There. So that bit's all ready. I'm going to leave these on the clip for a little bit, but then, as I said, all we do, get a bag and plonk everything in, so we know exactly what's what, when, why, and where. And then we can just go through the pieces, make sure we clean everything all up, make sure there's no nub marks or anything like that. Excuse me, anything like that. And so the next video, this part can go in there too. The next video will be painting this and how I go about painting these bad boys. So that should be all done now. There we go. Yeah. Alrighty then. And how I go painting and getting it to look good. Sometimes you may find where you will have gaps, but then you just use a little bit of putty, very similar to what I do on my starships. Just use a little bit of putty and then you are away. Alright then guys, so I just wanted to show you that. I've now got to do pretty much the same thing for all the other legs and the body and the head and everything. And hopefully the next video will be painting it. Alright, come on. So yeah, sandwich bags, absolutely brilliant. They also will help keep the dust off once you've got all the bits painted and they're dried and you're not putting everything together just yet. Keeps everything right where you need to. Okay. So, there we go. Left leg, front. It's now in the bag, all ready to go. So guys, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one. So you take care of yourselves. Goodbye now.